Imagine this. You just stepped off a plane in a brand new country, or maybe you're walking into a bustling, noisy cafe, and you instantly know exactly what to say to connect with the people around you. Sounds amazing, right? Well, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're jumping into a guide that completely skips those heavy, complicated grammar books. Instead, we are getting straight to the functional phrases you need to communicate right now in real-life situations. Whether you're traveling, meeting new people, or just going about your daily routine, these sentences are absolutely going to be your secret weapon. Let's get into it.
So, learning a new language? Yeah, it can feel incredibly overwhelming. As the source material points out, it often feels exactly like climbing a massive mountain. You might be sitting there thinking, where do I even begin? But here's the thing, your hidden weapon actually isn't studying thousands of individual vocabulary words in isolation. No way. The real trick is mastering full, complete sentences that you can use the very second you step outside your door or hop on a video call.
The absolute crucial point here is that by learning what the text calls functional phrases, you make a massive shift. You go from that slow, theoretical translation in your head to fast, practical speaking. These are everyday sentences that allow you to interact with the world immediately. You aren't just learning what the word cost means. You're learning the exact natural phrase to ask a cashier how much you need to pay. It is a total game changer.
To get us there, here's our roadmap for today. We'll cover greetings, asking for help, shopping and dining, expressing opinions, and finally, 3 powerful ways to practice.
All right, kicking things off with part 1, greetings and polite expressions.
What's really interesting here is the contrast between formal and casual situations. Let's look at the first one. How's it going? This is a super common, casual way to ask, how are you, when you're talking to friends. Come on, say it out loud with me right now. Keep it natural. How's it going? Awesome. Now, if you run into someone after a long time, you'd say, long time no see. Moving to politeness, if someone does you a massive favor, a simple thank you kinda doesn't cut it. Instead, you'd say, I really appreciate it. Say that out loud with some genuine gratitude. I really appreciate it. And hey, if someone thanks you or apologizes to you, a fantastic, friendly response is simply, no worries.
Okay, pop quiz time. I want you to pretend you just bumped into a friend you literally haven't seen in a year. And oops, they accidentally dropped their bag and apologized to you. What do you say? Say the phrases out loud right now. You should be saying, long time no see. No worries. See? Active practice is exactly how we build that confidence. Moving right along to section 2, asking for information and help. The guide brilliantly illustrates that locals are usually more than happy to help you out, as long as you use the right polite structures. If you miss what someone says, simply ask, could you repeat that please? If you're lost, just use the phrase, how do I get to, and add your location. Like, how do I get to the train station? In an emergency where you urgently need medicine, you'd ask, is there a pharmacy nearby? And here is an absolute lifesaver for beginners extracted straight from the guide. Can you speak a little slower? Let's try saying that out loud right now. Can you speak a little slower? Honestly, it is perfectly fine to ask this, and people will usually happily adjust their speed for you.
Let's pause and do another quick practice. Imagine you're lost in a new city. You need medicine, but the local you just asked is talking way too fast for you to understand. What do you say? Speak it out loud. You'd say, is there a pharmacy nearby? Followed immediately by, can you speak a little slower? Boom. Excellent job.
Next up, section 3, shopping and dining out.
Now we get to the real-world tests, spending money and ordering food. For shopping, the absolute basic way to ask for a price is, how much does this cost? If you're in a clothing store and need the fitting room, you'd ask, can I try this on? Okay, imagine you're dining out. The most polite and natural way to start your order is, I'd like to order a... Say it with me, pretending you're sitting in a busy, amazing cafe ready to eat. I'd like to order a coffee. And when you're totally stuffed and ready to leave, you just flag down the waiter and ask, can I have the check please? Take a second to actively practice again. Picture yourself, it's your absolute favorite spot. Confidently order your favorite coffee or tea. Then, pretend you're finished and ask the waiter for your bill. Go ahead. You should be saying something like, I'd like to order a cappuccino, and then, can I have the check, please? You are doing great.
Let's dive into section 4, expressing opinions and daily life.
This comparison is so important. It teaches you how to handle different opinions in the real world. When you want to show excitement and totally agree with someone, you say, that sounds like a great idea. But what if you actually disagree? You'd You don't want to be rude, right? A highly polite way to disagree is just to say, I'm not sure about that. Let's try saying both out loud with the right emotion right now. First, super enthusiastic? That sounds like a great idea. Now, a bit hesitant and polite. I'm not sure about that. Perfect.
These next few phrases, absolute daily lifesavers at the office or making plans with friends. If you know you aren't going to make it on time, give people a quick heads up by saying, I'm running a bit late. If someone asks for a meeting, be professional and say, let me check my schedule. And when you're making plans but want the other person to make the final choice, you just say, it's up to you. Let's repeat that one aloud. It's up to you.
All right, let's role play. Tell your coworker that you're running a bit late today, and then tell them you need to check your calendar for a meeting tomorrow. Speak right out loud. You'd say, I'm running a bit late. Let me check my schedule. Nailed it.
Section 5. Putting it all together in a real-life conversation.
Let's read this short story out loud together. Notice how naturally we transition through completely different contexts. Imagine walking into a cafe, seeing a friend, ordering, making a plan, and heading out. Ready? Let's read. Long time no see. How's it going? I'm running a bit late today. I'd like to order a coffee, please. That sounds like a great idea. Have a wonderful day. Do you see how incredibly powerful this is? With just a handful of functional phrases, you've just seamlessly navigated a complete social interaction without stressing over a single complex grammar rule.
Finally, our last section, 3 ways to practice.
So how do we make these stick? Step 1 from the guide is the mirror technique. Every single morning, pick 5 sentences. Stand right in front of the mirror and say them out loud 3 times, really focusing on the emotion behind the words. Step 2 is record and compare. Just use your phone to record yourself saying these phrases, then listen to a native speaker and compare. It's the absolute best way to fix your pronunciation and get that word stress right. Step 3 is my personal favorite, label your world. If you're struggling to remember a phrase, write it on a sticky note. Literally put a note that says, could you pass me the salt, right on your salt shaker. Visual cues are ridiculously powerful.
I absolutely love this mindset from the text. The goal isn't to be perfect, the goal is to be understood. Every oops is a step toward aha. It's such a great reminder that making mistakes is a perfectly normal, super productive part of your journey to fluency. Seriously, do not let the fear of an oops stop you from opening your mouth and just speaking. So, here's my final challenge for you today. Which 5 sentences are you going to pick to practice right now? Remember, learning a language isn't just about passing some test. It's the bridge that connects you to the rest of humanity. Be sure to join us for our next explainer, where we're going to dive even deeper into English conversation practice for beginners. Keep practicing, embrace the oops, and I'll catch you next time.